Did you get some rain the other day? Because out there was water standing at Camp Ranch when I went over.
We did get none.
Okay, let's get started. Okay, it's Monday, November 14th, 2022, 9 a.m. Wilson County Commissioners Court is now in session. We'll have the opening prayer by Precinct 3 Commissioner Jeffrey Perdola.
Bow your heads with me, please. Lord God, Heavenly Father, we come before you this morning and we thank you for the many blessings that you bestow upon us. We ask that for your continued blessings, Father, and we ask for your healing hands on our sick and ill. Father, we ask for your guidance and your knowledge to make the decisions that lead this county. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Okay, thank you. And moving right along, we have public comments. No public comments. Okay, and now, agenda item number 4, certificates of completion and awards. And Eva,
Yes,
take it away.
thank you very much. I have an award to present today to a very special young lady. I met this young lady when I was in high school and immediately became friends with her. She came to work at the county attorney's office when I came to work at the county clerk's office. We worked together down the hall. Then later on, I became her bridesmaid. Then she became my bridesmaid. After that, in 1988, she stood in this very courtroom and stood by my side when I became county clerk. Not too long after that, I hired her as one of my deputies, then later made her my chief deputy. God blesses you one time in your world with a forever friend. She has been with me through bad times, through some very wonderful times. She's always had my back. You don't get that type of blessing, but I have the blessing of all of these young ladies. They have always been there for me. It brings me great pleasure, and I'm very proud to present this certificate. County of Wilson, State of Texas, presented to Judy Fleming in appreciation for 34 years of dedicated service to Wilson County. We are forever grateful. May you be proud of the work you have done. You have made a difference in all our lives. With deepest appreciation and sincere gratitude, we wish you well. September 26, 1988, December 31st, 2022.
I don't know if this was a trick. Get me up there. I did not know this was coming. Oh, Eva, we have. We've been through a lot.
Yes, we
A lot of sad times. You've been there for me through a lot of my sad times with my family and stuff, and you've always supported me in whenever I needed help and take off from the office and and stuff. But I got a second chance to work for y'all. And I'm very proud that you asked me to come back the second time after I had left. It meant a lot for me, even though I was big and pregnant. But, but no, it's been a pleasure working for you. It really, really has. I know everybody calls us husband and wife because we have our little we have our spats, but then we're over it and stuff. But it has been fun. It really has.
I love you.
Love you too.
Y'all must have still been in junior high or something.
Oh my God. You stinker pot.
I have another one to present, and this has been a long time coming. She probably thought she'd never get this. Something else to dust her walls with. Oralia Vela was a teacher, and she retired from teaching. She was a math teacher, and she was looking for something to do after her retirement. And she applied for a position, and I hired her as a temp, and it led to a full-time position. She has been the teacher in my office when I needed her. She has been there late at night when I was doing elections. She has been my friend, my neighbor down the street when I was growing up as a child. I am very fortunate to have had her work in the office. She has been our floater and has helped tie out the loose ends when they needed to. She has been a help person. She's been everything that the girls needed when they needed it. And all they had to do was ask, and she was there. I'm very proud to call her my friend, one that I will always cherish. And so this plaque reads, County of Wilson, State of Texas, presented to Oralia Vela. You have exemplified the values of integrity and teamwork. You have maintained a steadfast commitment to this county. The County of Wilson deeply appreciates your years of dedicated service, and we wish you well. January 1st, 2006, December 31st, 2022.
Okay, this was a surprise. They kept quizzing me about how many years I'd been here and when I started, and then when I saw my son, I knew something was up. I want to thank Eva. She's been a wonderful boss. She's so much fun. 8 years full-time, 8 years fill-in time. It's been a lot of fun, and I'm really going to miss these girls. I'm really going to miss them. I'm told them I'm not dying, I'm not going anywhere, but I am going to miss them. And thank you, Wilson County, for having me come in after I retired the first time. Thank you.
I'd like to go ahead and take a moment to introduce my staff, okay? But before I go to my staff, I need to go ahead and introduce somebody who's here. Miss Pat, please stand up. Miss Pat retired a while back. She had to choose. It's been a little while. But if the girls ever hear me talk, they always hear me talk about Miss Pat. I always tell them, if you can just be as hardworking and as dedicated as Miss Pat, you'll do just fine. And so she has been somebody that I have looked up to, somebody that I have missed when she hasn't been here, but she has stayed a good friend and will continue to be a good friend through my retirement. Thank you, Miss Pat, for being here for me. For those people that don't know who works in my office, I'm going to go ahead and have them stand up and introduce themselves. My chief deputy, who's serving now, Gail Ritchie. My commissioner's court, Crystal Camarillo Hidalgo. We have Mary Spoon, who helps out making sure we have all the indexing done. Okay. Then we have Georgina Lita. She is my office manager. Loretta Rodriguez. She is my customer service. You want customer service? She's it. And then sitting in this other row, we could be amiss without saying that Rose Prusky and I worked a long time together. And she has been my elections right hand. I am so proud to call her my friend. And sitting next to her is Olga Marrero, the person who took the one job that I absolutely loved. It was my favorite job of all. Our elections administrator, Ms. Olga Marrero. Thank you very much, Judge, for giving me this opportunity. I appreciate it.
Thank you for your 48 years of service.
Thank you.
Any more? Okay, going to agenda item number 5, the extension activity reports, the handouts you've got. I don't see anybody here from the extension office. Anybody have any comments or questions? Since there's nobody from can anybody answer this? What is Red Barn Ag Days in Seguin? Paul and I were talking about that.
That's the Red Barn out on 123 North on the left side.
What do they have?
That's the Bartakowitz Heritage Foundation.
Okay,
Mr. Bartakowitz donated that parcel of land. They got the Red Barn out there where the kiddos can go and
okay,
see different exhibits and stuff.
thank you. Now we know.
Now we know, yep.
They'll take field trips out there and do demonstrations. Farm Bureau's been out there, things like that, and they'll demonstrate and explain to kids and across the board. So we'll be
And Mr. Bartakowitz is a huge farmer over there, and he's set that up as part of his foundation.
Good deal. Whole area's becoming homes now. Just everywhere.
Anybody else have any comments or questions? Then we're going to move right on along to agenda item number 6, Richard L. Jackson County Judge, presentation of a Texas flag to the retiring clerk Eva S. Martinez.
Okay, good morning to all. My name is Fidel Flores, and I'm here, on a special mission, you could say. You know, we all know that Eva decided to retire, and so Texas Senator Zaffirini donated a United States flag that has flown over the Texas Capitol. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to be here to present it, and so Eva asked me, and I said I'll be glad to do it. Why me? Well, I was here way back when it started, when she was elected county clerk, so it's a pleasure for me to do that. I'd like to read a letter that Senator Zaffirini sent to her. It says, "Please add my congratulations to those you have received from your friends, relatives, and colleagues on your retirement as Wilson County Clerk. Your leadership and commitment to our state are appreciated greatly. Enclosed are a Texas flag that flew over the state capitol on April the 9th, 2022, your son's birthday and certificate of authenticity. I hope you consider them appropriate mementos of this important milestone." Very deserving for a very deserving person. And so before you step up here, Eva, and we can present this. And it's not light. Okay, Eva, for all your hard work, your dedication, service to our county here, Wilson County, and to the great state of Texas, and for remaining our friend all through that time, I present this flag to you, and like I said, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I am speechless.
It's about time.
Thank you for your time, gentlemen.
Thank you, sir. Yes, where do y'all want to get? We'll get out of the way and let your girls come up here.
No. Well, yeah, they can go ahead and come right, but we want you all to stay.
Everybody from the
here.
county clerk's office, young and old,
Yes.
let's see, working and retired.
Stand or sit, or what are we doing?
No, and then y'all stand behind, right here. Yes, all of y'all, Mary,
Gail,
Loretta.
Loretta,
Rose,
Georgina, Mary.
Please, please. Rose, please. Fidel, would you like to please?
Do we need to move the podium out of the way, that little?
That was my phone. My phone's talking back to me.
Thank you, Ben.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Eva.
Hey, I like this, Charlotte. Charlotte, I like this one. Kind of neat. I'll send the invoice later. Okay.
Send us a bill.
I like that. That's light.
Judge, if I could get everybody's attention for just a second, immediately after the meeting, we're having a cookie reception downstairs. Please stay for that.
No tacos? They'll be the ones that are kind of.
Okay, moving right along to agenda item number 7, Gary Martin, Commissioner Precinct 1, 7A, conduct a public hearing on posting no-through truck route on County Roads 104 and 105. There will not be, it's going to be at 10, it would be at 10 o'clock. There's not going to be one because the posting did not get posted in time, so we will have it probably next Commissioners Court meeting or the next. Okay, and B, discuss and take final action on the vote to declare the roads, County Roads 104 and 105, no-through trucks. So we're going to,
Here's the checklist. So I'll take the.
agenda item number 7C, discuss and take action to set a special meeting to discuss the employee handbook.
Yeah, so the committee has met and has finalized its recommendations to provide to the court. And so in order to have a workshop to sit down and discuss and go through that and answer any questions, we can have a special meeting to do that at the court's pleasure.
When would you discuss,
Well, we need 3 days' notice, so we could do it Thursday after this afternoon this week, or I know we already have a special meeting tomorrow to canvass votes, or we could do it next week.
okay,
Pleasure is.
Thursday, this week, we have pretrial hearings here.
What about Monday? Next Monday?
It work for
I
you?
don't know what,
Yes? Yeah, 21st, yeah.
Is the committee going to be invited to this meeting to discuss this?
anybody in state of Texas is invited. It's going to be posted and it's open to the world.
What he's saying is not what the committee has come up with.
Let's see. Because I haven't got my calendar with me. It's down in my office. Call Genevieve if you don't mind while you got your phone and see. What is on for next Monday?
Hi, Genevieve. We're in court. Judge wants to know if you can look at his calendar for Monday, the 21st, what his availability is that day. Okay, okay, I'll let him know. Thank you. Uh-huh. Okay, okay, I'll let him know. Bye. You have from 8 to 10 a.m. available because you have a hearing at 10, and then any time after 1:30.
2 o'clock?
2 o'clock? Because it's gonna take, and we probably won't get it all done that day. 2 o'clock Monday and get it posted.
Guess, do we need to make a,
What's that?
we don't need a motion because you can set that, right?
I can set that, if you would. We'll have a special meeting Monday, the 21st at 2 PM to discuss I guess that would be the only thing on there, is discuss the employee handbook.
Okay, we'll see that it gets posted.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Okay, moving to 7D, discuss and take action to establish the bid procedures for materials and hauling.
Come on, Kristen, we're going to work. Okay, so we've had some challenges with the bids from the material and hauling. And so we're looking at ways that we can hopefully get a better price for us. And so there's several options that we can look at. One of them is we can do, have the suppliers give us materials only, and then do a separate contract for hauling. I think the haulers might understand the price of fuel and how to build that separately. We could, what were the other, a couple other options we had? Well, we can continue
Go
to,
out for bid,
Yeah,
yeah,
for-
because
for-
right now,
continue for
the bid
every
go,
90
the award
days.
goes through December 31st.
yeah, so we could continue to do it every 90 days, but that's a lot of work. I don't know that anybody's going to change anything on their price. We could have a pre-bid meeting, and we can tell them we're going to only award the contract to one person. That way, they would have to get competitive. And any other suggestions or ideas that anybody has. I mean, I'm kind of at a loss as to why they don't understand this. My recommendation at a minimum is to have a pre-bid meeting to discuss this and with them and get their feedback, and maybe we can come up with some ideas. We could do one for 90 days and have a pre-bid meeting and then get some information, and then next time we bid it. So,
And what this was all about was to try to get past the midterm elections and see where this price of diesel is going. Goes up, goes down, who knows what it's gonna do, and that's kind of what this was all about, was to try to see if we could get a better price. Hated to lock in prices for a year. Just as an example, oil went from around $8,000 a load to $18,000 a load. So we've seen astronomical increases this year.
I just have, what if something like that similar happens, if we lock something in for these people and you go to one provider and it goes up something similar to that, doubles in price, he's gonna say, I'm sorry, I haven't got anything to bring y'all.
yeah, well, I
He's not
mean,
gonna lose money.
that's the problem. Well, I know, but what we're trying to do is that if fuel prices go up, I mean, we're willing to pay for that. I mean, I think that's fair, but if fuel prices go down, then we should reap the
We don't want to be
benefit.
locked in for a year.
Yeah, we don't want to be locked in for a year. So when they bid this, what was it, mid-July, early July? That was almost at the peak of diesel prices. And,
Which unfortunately, they haven't changed a lot.
yeah.
And,
Well, I mean, they've come down.
have, because we went back to them and we said, can you adjust your pricing based on, giving them the option of the fuel surcharge, and a couple of them didn't, well, most of them didn't change any of them. I think there was just one, yeah.
Two that adjusted their prices, but
But it wasn't much, yeah, yeah. Because we tried to encourage them to give us a price that's based on the weekly fuel, and it would be adjusted. In other words, the same way we do the fuel from John's and Midtex, where their price is based on the weekly rack price. And one of them said, well, we can't bill it separate, our accounting system doesn't do that, which I kind of find hard to believe, but some of them didn't respond at all, some of them, and everybody just put the same price they had in there before. So that's why we went back and then readjusted it again. But, I mean, I don't know what the answer is. I'm just,
They don't seem to be very willing to work with
Right.
us.
well, that's why I thought maybe, the hauling companies might understand that and do that better, but I don't know.
The trouble is, most of these bids that we get from these vendors, the hauling company they have a contract with them, so
Right.
the vendors are the ones that are getting the prize. We don't have a prize from the actual haulers, for freight. So that's kind of out of the
Most
question.
of the vendors.
Yes, it goes to the
contract
vendors.
freight out.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I don't know if that's gonna even adjust,
So I don't know if we'd be better off just to go back to the 12-month bid. And it was an idea to try to save the county money, but so far it doesn't seem like
Yeah.
anyone's very willing to reciprocate.
Okay, the bids were like, when did we have the bid process? It was like July, August, or whatever?
Yeah.
It was right before, it was
July.
like during, budget time. Do we want to keep that, or just start from right now and do it
I
a
would,
year?
Start how we had it before, October
Have it-
1st for the fiscal year, so we know how to budget.
Yeah.
It's better to
for the fiscal year.
Okay, well, if we take bids now, take bids from now,
Till-
or whenever, till September
September
30th.
30th, yeah.
It would be from, January 1 to 9/30.
because this one ends in December.
Or do you want to try one more 90-day period and see what happens?
I
Or,
don't think it's
you
too
know,
much hassle.
That
We
was a
didn't-
lot
we
of
didn't
work
get-
for the auditor's office.
We didn't get a very good response. I thought we would get,
But we certainly can schedule a pre-bid conference and make it a requirement for those vendors to attend. So that way, if Gary or any of the commissioners, two of you guys want to show up and be able to explain to them what we're trying to do, maybe it'll help.
we're just trying to keep it a fair playing field on both sides.
right,
I mean, it could go either way. It could go against them or for them,
Yeah.
Same with us. But I'd say let's just go back and bid it from January to September. And
Do you see anything in the future that would make you think that the price of diesel or gasoline is going to go down? I know because of the election period, there were efforts, I think, to make the gas prices not seem as expensive. But, from a political standpoint, nationally and internationally, I don't see anything that's going to make it go down.
I don't either.
I don't either.
I mean,
Well,
if anything, it's going to go up.
yeah, and I think that's the deal is, I mean, I don't know what fuel price or, they estimated their bid on. I mean, it's a game that everybody plays. I mean, how, and all we're trying to figure out is how do we get the benefit of getting the lowest possible price we can get, whatever that takes.
And not lock ourselves into a year's
Right.
price and prices go down. But like you said now, I don't see it going down.
It probably won't come down or have a price reduction much over the next year, but
On the gas station, I can help explain how the process works. It's not a weekly, it's a daily rate. So locking your daily rate for that time period. And there's only 3 wholesale haulers. So those wholesale haulers like Refuel, Action Fuels, got the Terry Mackey Group that owns Exxon, and work with the small town haulers on the daily rate, and that will curb your costs for your haulers.
Well, it's not just fuel, it's the hot oil. They have
Yeah.
trucking contractors that haul the hot oil, the gravel haulers that haul the base material. So it's a little bit bigger picture than just, we say fuel, but it affects the whole material hauling.
And the hot oil, our hands are tied because we only got one supplier within,
Yeah, we got,
Driving,
we got
close.
another one out of Fort Worth, or
Yeah.
one out of Waco and one out of Fort Worth, but
the fuel's gonna, or the freight's gonna cost you more than what it's worth,
was there one other hot oil supplier down around Campbellton or somewhere
No.
that I don't know of?
No, not that I know of. The only one is in Pleasanton.
That's the only one I ever knew of.
That's the closest one,
Trying to tell me
yeah.
it was somebody else,
No.
not that I know of.
I mean, that, Ergon there, they service a pretty good area around here.
And they're a larger company. This just happens to be one of their
Right, one of their sites.
spots.
But I think it's really been more on the, on the materials. And, you know, one thing we could do probably to help the bidders is, because I don't think everybody, does anybody use all the materials that are on that list? I mean, I think we could cut that list a little bit so that they don't have to
That'll give them another week.
prepare so many prices. I mean, what base does everybody use?
Depends. I mean, I've used all three of the base material. And, you know, the problem is, if we go out,
That's a holiday suit.
the auditor we had in the past, if we didn't have a certain material on the bid list, he said we can't buy it. So that's why we made the list the way it is. I don't think that has any conflict for the bidding process, how much is on the bidding list. And it just, you gotta have that bull rock. You never know if you have a flood or washouts or whatever it may be. I think all the items are okay on the bid list. The biggest thing I saw, the big difference was the freight. I mean, because of the fuel prices.
Right.
Material's not that much different. Some of it went up a little bit more,
Right.
like your asphalt or your patching material, because that's an all product added to it. But your regular base and a lot of stuff like that didn't really go up, but just the freight. And I don't see it coming down anytime soon, really. I think we're kind of stuck with it, and everybody else. I know we're working on that project on County Line, and that's what's been their biggest thing, is that they had to rebid some of the road material because of it jumping up. And you can't expect the contractor to eat it either, you know? And so we're gonna be stuck, the county's gonna be stuck with the same way, you know? I know the whole purpose of 3-month deal, we're trying to get it lowered, but I don't see a big change in next year, next 12 months. It's gonna be something the county's gonna have to be stuck with. I think the city's gonna be the same way. As far as material, you can't, it's out there, and it's such a demand for it right now, and
So I have a proposed timeline for you if you want to consider it. If you approve to go out for bids today, Kristen will submit it to the paper this week. And the bids will be open from November 23rd through December 7th. I would recommend that we do have a pre-bid conference. Ideally, if we had it on November 28th, which would be the next court date, we could have it after Commissioners Court, if you guys are going to still be here. That way, all of you could attend. And then we would open bids on December 12th and award them on December 27th.
Sounds good to me. And this is gonna be from January 1 through September 30.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do we need to
We tried, and it didn't seem to help us any, so.
Maybe the
put that in the form of a motion?
Will help some, yeah.
Maybe so.
Does everybody agree it needs to be a mandatory pre-bid meeting?
A what?
Mandatory? If they don't show up, then they can't bid?
I don't think you're gonna get your girls to show up. You
Well,
won't-
they
That's
show
what I'm-
up, they
I'm
show
worried
up
what
to
you-
turn in a
somebody-
bid.
Somebody that y'all use regular may not show up, and then that's gonna eliminate them and
That's gonna limit us
eliminate.
to,
Yeah, but I'll bet, I mean, if it's not mandatory, I bet nobody comes. That's my whole point.
well, that's like shooting ourselves in the foot.
I don't know if I make it mandatory.
No.
I guess the question is, as I'm a lame duck going out of here, is whether this is something that might be better postponed to January and have the two new incoming commissioners and the judge be a part of it as opposed to trying to.
But the problem is, we're
The current bids are over
Current bid
December
runs
31st.
Okay,
December the 31st.
all right.
So we got to at least do another 90 days, or if we're going to do the whole, till the end of the fiscal year, we got to do it now.
January 1st, we're out of business.
Gotcha, I wasn't aware it was.
So that's why we're trying to do that and then get it where the new bids go in place January 1. Sorry.
That's all right, no, it makes sense. I missed that, you know.
Yeah, January 1 to September 3rd.
Yes.
Russell, you have a suggestion?
To September the 30th of the coming year.
If prices ain't moving, we need to stick with exactly what they're saying, from the first all the way through the 30th of September. Would be my suggestion.
Okay. Put it in the form of a motion, and we'll go with that.
Yeah, what you said.
Well, the
The
schedule,
timeline
the
is-
the schedules,
Looking at the auditor.
yeah. The schedule's the schedule, but, so I'll make a motion to go out for bids from January 1 to September 30th for material and material plus hauling, with a pre-bid conference that is non-mandatory, in order to get bids by the end of this fiscal year.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Martin, second by Commissioner Perdola, that we go out for bids for materials and hauling from January 1 to September 30th and have a pre-bid conference. It's not mandatory. Is there any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So we'll do that next, whatever, the,
Yeah, would you email that
28th?
schedule out to us?
28th, I believe it was.
And- Yeah, thank you.
okay, moving along to 7E. We got, let's see, 21 more letters after that. Discuss and take action to have gutters replaced on the Historical Society building by Cerna Roofing for $1,628.
Yeah, so the gutters that's currently on that building have rusted out. They're basically non-functioning. We contacted Cerna Roofing to replace the gutters, and they gave us a price of $1,628 to completely replace them with galvanized gutters.
Is that the only bid we've gotten?
Yeah,
We don't have to go out for bids because it's not 50,000 really. But Cerna's, they've been doing
Yeah, they're
roofing.
here,
They're
they're-
good at roofing. I hope they're good at gutters.
yeah.
The only question I have, Judge, or concern is, I know this whole block, after looking at the sidewalk deal, is historical. Do we need to get their permission for this?
According to what that lady said,
Yeah,
yes.
exactly. That's the letter, what I read from that.
Yeah.
And that's my only concern. I mean, I think the bid is okay, just,
Yeah, and that's what we'll do, is once the bid's approved, then I'll get with the judge and we'll do the notification to THC, and we won't start till we have it.
Let's get it done because that lady's supposed to come down
Yes.
and look at the sidewalks that weren't here in 1884. So there's no way to compare them to historical sidewalks. These sidewalks were put up when somebody did the parking lot out there. But one thing they will, they'll match what's around
the whole thing.
two sides of that's so,
So they're gonna mix
So-
some concrete in a wheelbarrow with a shovel?
A little red sand in
they're
it.
gonna make their own bricks for the cobblestone, whatever. Okay,
I'll make a motion to award a contract to Cerna Roofing to replace the gutters at the Historical Society building for $1,628 pending approval of the Texas Historical Commission.
I'll second it.
okay, motion by Commissioner Martin, second by Commissioner Fowle, that replace the gutters on the Historical Society building by Cerna Roofing for $1,628 and have it okayed by the Texas Historical Commission. Is there any more discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay. Moving right along to agenda item 8, file Commissioner Precinct 2. Ben Reed, Executive Director for the FEDC. 8A, request permission to install the Christmas decorations on the courthouse lawn as in years past beginning November 21st. Ben?
Thank y'all for allowing me to come today. Yeah, it's an exciting time of the year, and we're really excited as the holidays come and the community comes together. So I'm coming on behalf of the City of Floresville and Economic Development Corporation to ask for permission to put up the tree and to be able to use the downtown courthouse lawn on Saturday, December 3rd, for our lighting of the tree and our Christmas event. With late night shopping with Wilson County News and all local vendors. So that's the first request. was to be able to use that on December 3rd and allow the tree to be put up. The second request I had on here was for our Floresville Community Market. Our Floresville Community Market used to be down at the Beer Warehouse. It started about 21 months ago. The last 6 months, we've moved it over to the old Phelps project. We have currently about 50 vendors inside and out. But as we start construction on our pickleball court and what we're going to do there, we're going to take away some of that space. But we've been turning away vendors, and that's what we don't want to do here in the county and for small businesses and for our city. So I wanted to ask if I could get permission to use the courthouse lawn for the second Saturday of every month to just expand that community market for almost like a monthly type event for different organizations to be a part of. I know the Lions Club and other organizations are coming and volunteering, and youth groups this last week were coming. I think TAF, like Future Teachers, was out there painting faces with our fall festival. So if we could get permission to use the courthouse lawn as well every second Saturday for the year of 2023. The only Saturday we will not use it would be the Saturday of Peanut Festival. We do not have the market days during Peanut Festival because we don't want to conflict with what the association does. So it would be for 11 months next year. We're working with the city to use the road. We'll close off half of the road from Jalisco this way on the second Saturday of the month, so we don't stop traffic coming through on C Street for the businesses like Jalisco's and the other ones that are open. But very exciting time. I think if we work together in this partnership with the Floresville Community Market, where, like I said, we have about 50 vendors, we could probably, we're trying to set over 100. We turned away a little over 22 vendors this last month, so we can probably average about 75 going forward and maybe get to that mark of our goal of 100 vendors here once a month and have a really good event for the community every second Saturday of the month. So those are the two main things I came today, was to be able to use that the second Saturday besides in October of 2023 because of Peanut Festival. And the first one, like I mentioned, was for Saturday, December 3rd for our event for Christmas celebration, but also get your permission to put up the tree. I thank you. I know that y'all been working hard. Y'all put some more red stuff in the flower beds. If we can help with any of that, we're a phone call away. We work with your maintenance guy. We just want to make the area look good for Christmas. Lastly, I got a phone call Saturday evening from DJ Ortiz with Floresville. I know it's not on here, but just wanted to mention it and see if there was an issue. I was going to let them know, but Natalie May and DJ want to do this next Monday, the 21st. They want to start doing quarterly movies downtown on the lawn, and maybe a partnership with the county and the city and Natalie with the Arcadia Theater to do a Thanksgiving show and movie in the park for the community, like a free movie. And I think it'd be a good area here, the way that the grass kind of goes at an angle, and we could put it up against here. We control the electricity boxes, so ADC is going to provide the electricity at no cost to something like this, just to bring the community together, host some more things for our youth. So if that's okay, I know it's not on here. I'll tell her to move forward with that.
Okay, I didn't read B. Let me read that in there, and
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll be able to act on that when you say they want to do it next Monday?
Yeah, if not, I told them I'd just mention it, if you can or can't. I explained to them the process. They had to understand that they had to come talk, but I said I would just mention it if,
Okay. Let me read B into the record, okay? 8B, request for usage of the lawn every second. It says Tuesday, and you're saying Saturday. It's Saturday?
Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Every second and Saturday.
Yes.
Of the months, so we can extend the community market, which has outgrown Phelps Square. Okay.
Is this to be something sort of like what Goliad has?
Exactly.
They have one that's really popular.
So we're gonna,
Not a bad
we're gonna
idea.
cut off this half of C Street?
Yeah, so we're going to cut off where the middle parking space is off this way, leave the flow-through traffic coming, but be able to extend the market with the vendors there to down here, and work with the American Legion as well. They have a big grassy field out there as well. So yeah, exactly, to turn into something like Goliad, Wimberley, Fredericksburg, we have these markets once a month. And make it a-
the same vendors that do the Pope market?
They are, a lot of them are the same vendors.
I went to that one last weekend, and it was really nice.
Yeah, and they moved it to the park, and it was really nice. And then we don't have a park like Livonia has downtown. This is considered our downtown. So with the partnership with us, turning something with a lot of the same vendors. You know, Livonia's doing it. They have the Wilson County Trade Days that works with the Central River Authority, and then we partnered with the Floresville Community Market, Lauren and Derek Gottlieb, about 21 months ago when they were doing this at a Jack's Cafe. We were doing it for traffic, just to see foot traffic, to try to get people in the businesses downtown. And I think we averaged our last one before this month. The cold weather kind of threw it off Saturday, but we're averaging about 750 to 800 people every Saturday. We still got about 500 to 600 people with the change of weather this last Saturday. It turned out really good. And so a lot of the same vendors, but a lot of new vendors too, because they come from different areas.
So it was crowded Saturday.
Yeah, it was packed.
I will say that.
So.
Can you
Okay,
make
let's-
it one
let's
motion?
Go ahead and vote on A, for using the courthouse square for the Christmas
I
decorations.
make a motion, Judge, that we allow the FEDC to use the,
Okay.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Fowles, second by Commissioner Wiley. We allow the courthouse square to be used for decorations on the courthouse lawn. Is there any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Now, request for usage of the lawn every second Saturday of every month, so we may extend our community market, which outgrows from.
I'll make that motion also.
Motion for Commissioner Fowles,
I'll second.
second by Commissioner Wiley. Is there any more discussion? All in favor? Aye. And as far as next Monday, I'm not going to call anybody to tell them not to do it.
Okay. I will let Natalie know. I appreciate it. Thank you for your time. And if you have any suggestions or anyone in the county can get on board and help with that, y'all have my cell phone number. So
You're gonna light up the courthouse for Christmas?
you want to light it up? Hey, I've been trying to get lights on this courthouse. So as soon as you give me permission,
Never lit up every.
I believe we have enough lights. You have to get a permission.
That's the deal. Takes us-
Well, I will tell you, as we do talk a little bit on that subject, this next year in the budget, we are going to go away from the lights to an LED light that changes. So like if the Tigers win downtown, you can light the downtown up maroon. If there happened to be an officer injured, you can do it blue, red, white, and blue for 4th of July. So as we are planning for that, and they're clips now, and they won't fall like we have right now. So they'll be installed clips that can last year round. So we are looking at, we are going to upgrade to LED. If you are interested, and you do talk to the Historical Society and see what kind of product we're doing and what we can and can't do, we would be happy to partner to put some more lights downtown.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Moving right along to Agenda Item 9, Richard L. Jackson County Judge, Brenda L. Trevino County Auditor. Discuss and ratify for fiscal year 2023 TIDC Improvement Grant Award for the Indigent Defense Coordinator Program between Atascosa, Frio, and Wilson Karnes counties.
Yes, so this has been a long-time project in the works, and Judge and I just got the official contract October 21st, and we had to get it back to them in order for us to get the award, the grant awarded to us. It's the fiscal year 2023 improvement grant in the amount of $166,464, and it's for the Indigent Defense Coordinator. Like Judge said, we'll be splitting this with Wilson and Karnes, correct me if I'm right, Wilson and Karnes, and then Frio and Atascosa. And we have a 20% cost share, which has been factored into that the total proposed cost for the project is $208,080, which is split between the counties. Our county match total is $41,616, and so we'll have a 20% of that as well.
Ours will be a fourth of that 40,000.
I mean, a fourth of it, yes.
So it would be 10,000 something.
Yeah. And this is to hire, which I believe we've already done that as
Yes.
well. So this is just the ratification of the grant.
And the reason we're doing it is Atascosa County had done everything else as far as the public defender's office, and they were working on it, and they said, hey, we're strapped, we haven't got time. And so they asked if we would do this. So we're getting a grant for it's also Atascosa and Frio, and they're splitting the person, and we're getting the grant to pay their person. And we're also getting the grant to pay our person, and we're splitting with Karnes County. Each indigent defense coordinator will work 2 counties, and that's how it is. And the first split, here's a catch to it, and I hope everything's good. It's 20-80 the first, or 80-20 the first year,
Yes.
60-40, 40-60, 20, and then it's up to the county to take up the, after the 4th year, 5th year.
And just to let you know as well, it does include, that's 208,000 total project, includes the hiring of the staff, including all of the benefits, plus travel, mileage, plus, office equipment, laptops, et cetera, accessories and printer, in addition to, us getting reimbursed for office space. So if we had to lease out a building or rent something or whatever, that's also included in here in the total project that they awarded us, so.
Do we have to get an office space? Are we gonna have to get?
No,
we
they're
just
gonna
have to
pay for
house
it.
them somewhere, but
We've
they-
got to house them somewhere. When the public defender's office wants to have an office here, and I've got them into contact with some people to find them an office, and they're going to be paying for it themselves. And this person will be officed with there. But we'll have to do something until they get their office space over here under contract and working. Right now, they're in Atascosa County. But this is for the indigent defense coordinator. It's not for that eventually will probably fall under the blanket of the PDO.
I'll make a motion to ratify the fiscal year 2023 TIDC Improvement Grant Award for the Indigent Defense Coordinator Program between Atascosa and Frio and Wilson and Karnes counties.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Martin, second by Commissioner Perdola, that we ratify the agreement or the grant award. Is there any more discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Where is that?
You had signed it already, so I gave
Oh, that's right,
it
it's
to
already
Miss
gone.
Davis, so she can-
It's in Austin.
Yeah, it's gone already.
Okay, agenda item 10, Richard L. Jackson County Judge, Brenda L. Trevino County Auditor, discuss and accept awards on the following grants to the Office of the Governor. 10A, grant 3015407, Violent Crimes Against Women for $75,000. B, grant 3309905, Wilson County Victims Assistance for $53,605.59. And C, grant 4494401, Sheriff's Office Equipment Enhancements for $27,897.83.
Yes, so I'll start with the VAWA grant, which is the first grant for $75,000. The county has a match of $49,436.92, which has been budgeted. This is also a renewal grant, and this is one that we have both of our Josh Olivares and Greg Leinhardt in our attorney's office who are covered under that grant. The second one is the VOCA grant, which is the 3309905. That is for Christina Macias, who's also in the county attorney's office. The only match for the county is $1,951.92. And then the last one is a new grant for the Sheriff's Department. It's Sheriff's, they title it Enhanced or Equipment Enhancements. And this is for stop sticks, rack kits, training kits, and safety restraints or wrap safety restraints. And Sheriff would have to speak to you on the details of what that is. But the total for that award is $27,897.83 with no county match for that. So that's 100% reimbursement. And all three of those are from the Office of the Governor. The first one goes from September 1 through 8/31, and the last two are from 10/1 to 9/30.
The fiscal year that we're in.
Yes, through 9/30/2023. So I just need your approval to accept the awards, and then Michelle will go in there and get all of that rolling.
I'll make a motion that we accept the award on grant number 3015407, grant number 3309905, and grant number 44944401.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Perdola, second by Commissioner Martin, that we approve all grants A, B, C. That's quick enough. Is there any more discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion's carried for all three grants. Okay, let's move to agenda item number 11. Richard L. Jackson County Judge, Brenda L. Trevino County Auditor. Discussion and approve the renewal of the Vine Service Agreement for the statewide automated victims notification service, SAVNS, or SAVNS, for, let's see, fiscal year 22-23? Okay.
Yes, and so this is one that went into effect back in March of 2019. This is the annual contract, which commences on September 1, 2022, through August 31st of 2023. And there's nothing changing through it. We submit an invoice for reimbursement quarterly, and they pay us money. And the total dollar amount on this one is, the price is $4,376.31 per quarter. So
About $18,000, I guess, something like that.
not to exceed $43.76.31 per calendar quarter, and that's the exact amount of the invoice that we get from.
Do we have to have something,
Chris. Yeah.
do we have to have something in dispatch for, isn't that who sends out the notice or do the notices? It's a victim
This is a
notification, like when
statewide- yeah, the statewide
somebody gets
automated
released
victim
from jail or
notification.
released from something, prison or whatever, the victim is notified that,
That they've been released.
yeah, if they've been
It's
released.
an automated thing that we've been doing since 2019, so. Appriss Insights is the vendor, that's who we use.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion to,
I'll make a motion, Judge, that we approve the renewal of the in-service agreement for the 22-23 fiscal year.
I'll second it.
motion by Commissioner Fowle, second by Commissioner Martin, excuse me,
Wiley.
Wiley.
I'm glad you took that back.
That we approve the Vine service agreement and for fiscal year 22-23. Is there any more discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, now we're going to agenda item 12, while we're on grants and other things. Richard L. Jackson County Judge, discuss and take action on a resolution and application for the Indigent Defense Formula Grant Program. And this is something that we have every year that we get from TIDC. Even though now we're with the Public Defender's Office, they still allow us to have this. And it doesn't have the amount on here, but it's been in the process, $30,000 every year. And for a long time, that was all the money they gave us for indigent defense until we got in this Public Defender's Office, where they pay 2/3 of our Public Defender's Office. So this is a yearly resolution that we do and a grant that we accept.
It's around 30,000.
It's a little over 30,000. It's not much, but in there, I said there for a while, that's all we were getting to offset about close to a $400,000 bill. But now we're getting the Public Defender's Office, which they pay 2/3 of that.
Plus this.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion that we accept the resolution and application on the Indigent Defense Formula Grant Program.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Padola, second by Commissioner Martin. We accept the resolution for the indigent defense formula grant program. Is there any more discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. We need a number on that. And I don't know what number goes on there. Okay. Okay. Okay, now we've got that all out of the way, and we're going to agenda item 13, Rebecca Scriven, Permits and Development Director. 13A, Utility Permit. A1, Permit Number 702, Sutherland Springs Water Supply Corporation, Precinct 1, Skyview Drive, review and approve.
Good morning. All right.
Good morning.
For permit number 702 on Skyview Drive, they're proposing to bore for a service line to Lot 11 in the City View Estate subdivision.
I reviewed it and I'm good with it. I make a motion to approve permit number 702 to Sutherland Springs Water Supply Corporation on Skyview Drive.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Martin, second by Commissioner Padola, that we approve permit number 702. Is there any more discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, let's go to 13A2, permit number 703, Sutherland Springs Water Supply Corporation, Precinct 3, County Road 332, review and approve.
And the site plan's being passed down. But for permit 703, they are proposing to bore under County Road 332, about 4/10 of a mile southeast of County Road 334. It's to service a large acre tract on the west side of 332.
I'll make a motion that we approve permit number 703, SS Water Supply Corporation.
I'll second it.
Motion by Commissioner Padola, second by Commissioner White, that we approve permit number 703. Is there any more discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, now we're going to 13B, non-stator plants variances. B1, State Highway 123 North, 3619, Precinct 4, Fulmer. Discuss and take action.
All right. Mr. Fulmer is requesting to subdivide a 11-acre property that he owns at 3619 State Highway 123. He's proposing to divide it into a 6-acre tract to sell and a 5-acre tract to retain. TxDOT did give access to each property individually. And it did receive, it met all the requirements for the utilities, and it received a favorable recommendation from the Development Review Committee.
I make a motion that we approve State Highway 123 North, 3619 proposal.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Wiley, second by Commissioner Padola. We approve the, I guess, the variance on County, let's see, State Highway 123, 3619. Is there any more discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. So, we've got that. Okay, now we're going to 13C subdivision, Camino Verde. Okay, 13C1, revise and approve final plat, discuss and take action.
All right. The Camino Verde subdivision met all the requirements and did receive a favorable recommendation from the Development Review Committee. It's off of County Road 342. It is a dense lot subdivision, so that's why they are less than 1 acre lots. It's near the intersection with
That's what I was looking
87 over here somewhere?
337.
at. You got glasses on, I don't.
Is there a reason there's not a culvert table on here?
It should be on
There
there.
was-
Emergency services.
That's the same problem we had with the other ones.
No, that's something I.
Pit
The-
towing is right here.
Okay,
Oh, here it is.
okay. So there's a county road
Okay.
right here somewhere.
Got it, thank you.
Okay.
It's just kind of small, no?
Okay.
Gerald Dillon. If you- Gerald Dillon is one of them.
And we do have a representative from Rockowitz Engineering for any of y'all's questions.
You have those fancy little pens that we use to write?
I do.
I make a motion that we approve the final plat for the Camino Verde subdivision.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Padola, second by Commissioner Fowler. We approve the final plat of the Camino Verde subdivision. Is there any more discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. So we've got that. Now we're going to 13C2, discuss and take action on acceptance of bond, $248,000.
It was reviewed by the county attorney's office and approved.
I make a motion that we accept the bond of $248,000.
Motion by Commissioner Padola. Second. Second by Commissioner Martin. Is there any more discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay. Moving right along to agenda item number 14, Eva S. Martinez, County Clerk, minutes.
Yes, sir, both have been reviewed by our county attorney.
Did you have a water line permit? Need to sign temporary?
As I reviewed them earlier, found no errors. I make a motion, we approve the minutes as presented.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Martin, excuse me, Wiley. They look so much alike, it's hard to tell you apart. Commissioner Wiley, second by Commissioner Perdola, that we approve the minutes. I guess there's no more questions, additions, changes, deletions, anything like that? Okay. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. So we have the minutes approved.
Thank you, Judge Quinn.
You're welcome.
That was a good one.
I guess, Larry, we're going to have to get some name tags.
That'd be a good idea.
Yeah. Think you can get through the next 3 meetings?
I'm gonna try. And so instead of putting your name tags out,
Here,
facing in.
do it this way.
I got it. Okay, moving to agenda item 15, Christina Moots, interim county treasurer, financial report.
I am reporting my September, and then following that, I will also have the quarterly report for ending September of 2022. Here's my email. Drop that one. Oh, you know what, and here's your copy. There's Eva's to sign for everybody, and this is yours to keep.
Okay, thank you.
And to answer your question, Commissioner Martin, from the last time we spoke in regards of the investment report, this last month of September, our accounts and everything was collateralized at 151, so way over your 102% that they recommend.
Thank you.
Question?
Yes, sir.
Okay, total credits, that's the interest that we've drawn on this, is that,
Total credits, yes, it's got the interest included in there.
wow,
As
we
far
got a
as
whole
any-
$74 on almost $9 million?
Yes.
Wow.
Looking into some, it is. Your checking accounts are not earning as much
Yeah.
as your pools that we do have funds in. So looking into possibly utilizing that. Texas Class and Tex Pool, who we have right now, their interest rates are rising.
What are we allowed to do with that until we spend it?
Well, I'm going to check into it. I know I did speak with Brenda. A lot of treasurers that I checked with, they have, and I say the word invested, their ARPA funds, but where it's not tied up, where you can withdraw or contribute to that daily, weekly, however you see fit. You're not locking it in for any particular time. So that's an option to look into, because like you saw in September, even a loan for TexPool, which we do have a little over 15, we earned over $30,000 of interest. As well as Texas Class, their rates are a little higher, so that's what we could definitely look into as far as a sub-account. Moving some funds from our ARPA, making sure we can definitely do that, but leaving a few in the account for operating expenses as well. And
'Cause I think based on our current schedule now, we won't need any significant money until probably March or April of next year at the earliest.
Okay. Yeah, we can
The good
definitely.
thing was with the transfers, I mean, they're done the same day.
They are.
Because they're wired. I know at the beginning, when the American Rescue Plan funds came out, the rule was that you couldn't put the money into an investment account. But, I think after clarification, you can put it into an investment account, like she said, that's not locked in.
Yeah, we're not locking it in for a period of time at all.
Now, whatever money that it earns, does it have to stay with that?
No, the interest can be used as the county sees fit.
All $75 or $74?
If it stays in there, yes, that's exactly. But like we have with Textful, we can do something similar where it's being deposited into a different account and we can utilize it that way. So we can definitely get started on that.
We have $100,000 in hotel occupancy?
We have more than that. We did well this year on it. Very well.
We do have to stay on a few of those, but they're good.
Yeah.
They're good.
I want to make just, when we, like, distribute that out, of course, I won't be here, but YCB, that weekend that they were here, every hotel room in Floresville was booked.
I do know, checking into that yes, it was hard to get a room at any of the hotels. They were completely booked for that weekend, for that event.
Who is that?
It's
YCB, y'all come back, it's a
a prospect show
prospect
for cattle.
show they have every year.
Yes, sir.
When is it?
October, third weekend in October.
Third week in October.
Okay.
You're still asleep from Peanut Festival.
So we can make a note of that.
I'll make a motion to approve the September 30th, 2022 Treasurers Report.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Martin, second by Commissioner Padola. We approve the September Treasurers Report. Is there any more questions, additions, deletions, anything? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. What I will be handing out now is the quarterly report for July, August, and September. And what it's basically going to show you is the interest for those 3 months that we have earned on the accounts.
A good quarterly investment report.
Yes, ma'am.
Is this something we have to approve? The quarterly?
Well,
Since we approve it every month?
yeah, well, I did attach the form. I know, speaking with a lot of other courts treasurers, they do give that to their court. Not positive if you have to.
Okay, I was just curious, but boy, it makes you feel a whole lot better. We got $224 in 3 months.
Yeah, if you look at it that way, it's not so bad. Okay, so yes, thank you, Ms. Eva, and just to review. But if not, I did attach. But as you'll see, it does show what I would call our 3 investment accounts on the top, beginning and ending balance, as far as, now their rates do change versus the other rates for the CDs and our checking accounts. So I do list those there. As you'll see, they are slowly, I say slowly, that's actually a good climb on those, as well as our CDs, the interest rate for that quarter, as well as our checking accounts. As you'll see, hence the low interest that we're earning on those checking accounts. But yes, everything is just compiled, so you get this monthly as well. It's just I'll start providing it quarterly so you can see it in those 3 months. And that's it.
Tax pool will increase because of taxes being collected?
What I did right now, since Texas class is higher in their yield, I went ahead and took the taxes and put it into Texas class.
Okay.
So it will, you'll
You
see
Do it like, can you put it in, withdraw it, and it doesn't give you,
just the same, yes, sir. And the reason for that right now is they are higher than tax pool, and to diversify our funds, we'll just see. But of course, it acts the same way. So when we are needing those funds, you can withdraw and wire those immediately, or I say immediately, within the same day. So, but yeah, you'll see that on the next report. That's where those funds went into Texas class. It is the same. Thank y'all.
thank you. Do we need to go ahead and take action on this?
My understanding is just more review purposes.
Okay,
Did you approve it monthly?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
If you want
Did
Judge
y'all get
to have a
Eva's
copy, we can give that to Eva
copy?
for your
That.
records then.
This one here, we need to sign.
yes, and there should be some more with it. Is that part of it right there? Below that, the next one, those. Oh, this is the main thing.
Thing I got no signatures is that.
That's one for us to keep. We got the front page. Do we have to have the last pages? We have the front page. Okay, moving right along to agenda item 16, Jalen T. Boterford, Human Resource General Specialist, payroll and personnel changes.
Good morning. Lou Serrato was hired as a permits clerk for the Permitting and Development Department, making $16.42 per hour, or $34,153.60 annually. And Zachary Garcia was hired as a patrol deputy for the Sheriff's Department, making $22.60 per hour, or $49,358.40 annually. On the resignation, you can disregard, that was on the last one.
Quit again.
I know, that's what I told her, I was like, wait.
What about Rachel? Is there any, I mean, there's no change in her salary, but,
She won't until January.
okay. Okay, thank you very much.
You got it.
Hopefully this deputy will stay a little longer than the last one, so.
Okay. Agenda item 17, Brenda L. Trevino, County Auditor. Bills.
Total of bills today is $387,441.54. You're gonna see a mark through on that first page. It's one that, should not have been on this report, but we already printed.
Thank you.
What'd you knock over your meeting?
Just me.
Changing the batteries.
Thank you, ma'am. Makes me want to play the guitar. I've always been cool, you just never knew that. I try to keep it a secret.
Commissioner Bedola, on that split, was that on the chip spreader or was that on the distributor? At Napa, there was a four-way split?
Probably on the distributor truck. I imagine we've been replacing all of those airlines or
That's what I think it was some airlines or fuel lines or something.
8 years old, and they're beginning to crack, and every time we use it, we've got an air leak, and we have to stop and replace.
I just didn't know what it was for.
Matter of fact, they've got it in the shop this morning repairing the rest, replacing the rest of them. They're 8 years old, and they're old and brittle, and I've ate most of the repairs on that truck, but when I gotta buy parts, I just kind of,
I would just recommend if they buy stuff on the receipt, just put what it's for, so we know what it's going to.
it usually is. I didn't see the receipt.
It didn't, it just said split.
Go back and pull the ticket up and look. I'm sure it says. I'm gonna be lost. It may not show it here, but I bet you that when he turned the receipt in.
No, on the receipt that I signed, it didn't have it. That's why I'm asking what it was for. It didn't say what it was for.
Just pay it, Paul.
Did not.
I did, I didn't have no problem, just didn't know what it was for.
They did not.
I'll find out and let you know.
Make a motion to approve the bills.
I'll second it.
Motion by Commissioner Martin, second by Commissioner Fall. We approve the bills. Is there any more questions, additions, deletions, changes, discussion, anything? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. So,
Commissioner Martin and I have been splitting all the cost on the tree truck since you guys never use it, so he and I have been splitting all the cost on that. That's a shared piece of equipment also.
Should be split 4 ways.
Yep.
Well, I know, but whether we're using it or not, because the time will come that we'll get it, and when we get it,
okay.
we'll have some big something.
Agenda item 18, adjournment